Hello everyone, and welcome back to Scary TV. Now our most recent videos have covered some creepy things. We've covered Bigfoot sightings, Skinwalker Ranch, and even haunted dolls. If you've watched those videos, comment below which one was your favorite. So here at Scary TV, we want to search the web for the darkest and scariest things that we can report to you in the safety of your home, saving you trouble and keeping you comfy while we regale you in the tales of horror. Let us know if we should cover any topics for you. Comment below anything that you are wanting to see. This video today will be focusing on top places people went that they definitely should not have. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can keep getting the greatness that is Scary TV. The first place on our list is one that is sure to be haunted with the angriest of wraiths. Let's take a trip across the pond to Japan. Japan is well known for being a technological leader in the world. It is also well known for its culture, its food, and a variety of other things. It's one of the most beloved countries in the world for tourism as well. But did you know that Japan has an entire haunted island? The island is nicknamed Ganjima, or Battleship Island, and it's off the coast of Nagasaki about 9 miles. You could approach it by a tour boat if you are brave enough to do so, but we really don't recommend that. As ships go, Ganjima is a beast, 480 meters in length, 160 meters width, or about 16 acres total. Tiny by island standards, but it's still beastly for a boat. In the 1950s, this place was a hub of activity and housed more than 5,200 people. They were primarily coal miners and their families, making it 9 times the population density of Tokyo. In 1890, Mitsubishi bought Hashima Island, the real name of the island, to exploit its coal reserves. In fact, it was so fertile that 15.7 million tons of coal was extracted. In 1974, the coal became too expensive to mine and too sparse, and because of this, was immediately vacated. Now, this is not where the ghost stories come from. Children on this island often grew up to have to work in the very mines that killed so many of their family members from coal dust inhalation, collapses, and various other problems. Another interesting thing is Hashima Island was only affected by a strong wind when the atomic bomb dropped, and many children were on rooftops when it happened and witnessed the impact, as there were no grounds for the children to play. The only open area was the roof for anyone. The ground belonged to work. Many of the children began to see specters after the bomb, and it was wondered if the inhabitants were cursed due to the sudden massive loss of life nearby, ghosts latching onto the living in hopes of achieving revenge for their death. Hashima today is known as the most haunted island in all of Japan. The problem with Hashima today is that it is a harsh look into Japan's social slavery practices. In World War II, Japan held Korean civilians and Chinese prisoners here as forced laborers after the war. The laborers were made to work in even worse conditions than the coal miners had, and over 1,000 workers died on the island within a year. That is close to 1/5 of the inhabitants the island was known to boast snuffed out due to cruel working conditions, exhaustion, and malnutrition. Many have said that when they were in their tour grounds, they felt they could feel eyes on them and voices calling out for help. Some have claimed to even been turned around thinking they were following a tour guide, only to find they were alone. So what do you think? Would you go to this island? Comment below. Number 2. Our next destination is all the way over in Lithuania, the Hill of Crosses. Some have considered the Hill of Crosses as a pilgrimage site that is sacred. You can find here that the hill is laced with hundreds and thousands of holy crosses. People from all over the world visit this sacred hill and leave behind a holy cross to fulfill their wish. However, few are brave enough to stay the night, because not all wishes are holy or pure. Some have been said to leave behind dark intentions, and given the paranormal hotbed that the area is from the extreme energy poured into it, it is said it is an attractant for demons at night. Some have reported feeling uneasy, sick, and even came back with strange bruises after trying to stay the night there. There was even a rumored pilgrim who came home and fell with the symptoms of stigmata. So tourists beware, for not all who come are holy. Number 3. Jet setters, let's take off for Krakow, Italy, often called the Italian village that shall not be named. This little hamlet was once inhabited, but after 1963, something bizarre happened, and all of its inhabitants abandoned the village. Since then, no one is willing to rebuild or work with the land, as it is considered to be cursed with evil souls and paranormal activity. The curse first became rumored when a series of landslides, earthquakes, and flooding all came at once in wave after wave. The inhabitants had never recorded anything quite like it, and quite a few were rumored to have lost their lives. Fearful that it was God's vengeance against them for being sinners, the inhabitants fled, and no one has been willing to return for fear of waking the curse again. Number 4. Our fourth destination is in the Czech Republic, the Sedlec Ossuary. The Sedlec Ossuary seems like an okay place to visit from the outside. It seems fairly normal if you don't hear any whispers from locals. You might think it's okay. However, it is most absolutely not okay. This is a small Roman Catholic chapel that is located beneath the Cemetery Church of All Saints. It is part of the former Sedlec Abbey in Sedlec. The ossuary is estimated to contain the skeletons of between 40,000 and 70,000 people. These bones have, as you see, been used to artistically ordain the ceilings, walls, and even create furniture. The ossuary is one of the most visited attractions in the Czech Republic, but many visitors have reported cold posts, nausea, dizziness, and an unsettling feeling of being watched while in the building. What do you think? I think that's a good way to get cursed quick, fast, and in a hurry. Number 5. Our final destination is one of pure heartbreak. It is often visited to experience and understand the horrors of past, but is still very much a hotbed of paranormal rage. When you hear why, can you blame them? It is Tuol Sleng in Cambodia. This school was turned into a prison and ended up being a genocidal slaughter. 14,000 souls were tortured brutally to death and is now listed as the most haunted location in Cambodia. Tourists have often come during the day to pray for the dead, leave behind blessings, and try to ease the angry spirits of their life's torment. However, those who have visited at night have reported coming out with blacked out times in their night and no recollection of what happened, along with bruises along their bodies and lacerations. It is an utter hotspot for the dead, so tourists beware. Well, what do you think, Scary TV community? Will you be diving into the deep end and visiting top places people went that they shouldn't have? If you do, take a camera with you and send us some footage so we can all experience the thrills with you. Take a second to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Links in the description. We'll be posting our new merch store there and updates for the channel. Want to be on our channel? Send us a DM to one of our social media sites to talk. Thank you everyone for watching. This is Scary TV, out.